Hey, what's live YouTube? My name is Joel, or NobodyEpic, and I'm back in the modded Crewcraft server. If you missed episode 1 of this series, click it. Links in the top of the description. It's been a minute since I posted this because I wanted to really absorb the information that you guys gave me in the comments saying what you want to get out of this series, and I've tried to record it actually multiple times since then. It's not that I haven't been trying, but every time I try to do it, I'm like, nah, this sucks. And I'm going to try something a little bit different today. So, well, first of all, whoa, back up. I've done a lot of stuff in the server, obviously, seeing as I've said, I've tried to record it. I'll explain to you what's been going on. I'm here in Shroom Lagoon, but first, I need to introduce to you today's special guest. Okay, this special person is my friend Berserk. He is a Minecraft builder extraordinaire. And he doesn't do much on YouTube, but he's done a lot in the Minecraft world. Here's some of his super awesome builds. And he's the host of this server, but he's behind the scenes type stuff, so you don't really see from him, or hear from him, I should say. And he's Australian. Berserk, how's it going? Let me hear your beautiful good, Australian voice. Very good, man. Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So I wanted to have you here today because I have some issues. This is my home, Shroom Lagoon, and I haven't shown the viewers off screen, but I've kind of built some things around here, or tried to at least. I have a temporary, I just got to show the viewers real quick, temporary little basin here that I have a bunch of, there's diamonds and minerals in there, and blocks, and...
I saw a neat little trick. If you use a carpenter door and put cobble on it, no one's going to see that from the outside, so it's like a little hidden base thing if you want to hide this. Hang on, I'll show you.
Yeah, I might want to do that. There's some food, and that's just random stuff. This was my... I like to have a little secret area, and I'm a bee right now, so actually... Or a wasp, rather. I can't get outside of the door. Hold on. You're already blowing my mind. So
you can change it to like just a plain cobble texture, and that like no one will see that from the outside, and you'll know where it is.
Wow, I like that actually. That's very decorative. I could even integrate that into the design for something. Because yeah, my whole big plan with this, let me change back into something that flies. And I mean, you can fly because you got your special admin powers. Yeah, but for the viewers at home, they're like, what's that creature flying? That's just him. But this is, like, what I was trying to do is I was trying to build a house that's integrated into the cliff, but kind of take some elements from, I guess, the rest of the lagoon. There's still mossy stuff on it, but it's not going well. I've mostly just been messing around with the chisel and flying around and doing stuff like this, and I didn't even know you could chisel dirt and stuff, but that's been the entirety of...
I love those chisel blocks. There's just crazy amounts.
Yeah, no, these are beautiful, but I don't know, I've kind of messed up this design, so I wanted to get your input. I mean, basically, I didn't really tell you why you were here before you came here. It's kind of like an episode to catch a predator, but you're the good guy. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on what's happening here, if this is the most atrocious thing you've ever seen, some of your input,
I mean,
maybe some advice.
Survival is always, like, it's hard to build something crazy with just limited materials, so it's never going to look, like, ridiculously awesome, but...
Yeah, I like this. I like this elder wood. There's a sacred elder forest, and I actually like.
The sacred springs with the. Is that the one with the huge trees? Yeah.
Yeah, the ones with the trees that have like 1,000 wood blocks in them.
Yeah.
That I found that area the other day on the server, and that's my favorite area. I want to build something over there soon, but I committed to this in the first episode. This little area right here. So.
Well, I mean, the first thing I would do would probably be like.
Yeah, take me inside of your builder brain.
I guess like I'd start with the outside and do like a support sort of decking area, I guess, and build like some stairs up to it maybe, and then I guess dig out some of this dirt, stone and dirt, and expand the front of it.
Yeah, because what the problem I've been having is I wanted to kind of integrate it, like I said, into the mountainside. But then, and I didn't terraform it like this. Like, this area was already kind of cliffed over in an odd way. But it just sticks out a little more than I would like it to. I guess I'm trying to figure out the best way. Let me get my wood blocks here. Get some elders myself.
My first idea with like the biome all around it would be do giant mushrooms leading up as like the stairway, I guess.
You're gonna have to explain your. This is. This is
my little
intense.
builder brain's going a mile a minute.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to put support beams up that are sufficient.
Got to find the blocks for it first. And another thing is like with the fronts, I'll probably go through the front of the house with you first. Like, always do like 2 or 3 layers of depth sort of thing when you start building. Like, oh shit, I just broke your chest.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything super valuable in there.
All right, so you do like sort of like a wooden frame outer, and then you do change these blocks in behind it to. I'll just use that as an example block.
To give it.
So, give it depth, and then put some.
See, I like when you give. That's why I wanted to have you in the episode, because I like when you give instructional things like that. Because sometimes when I was younger, I'd watch the Bob Ross painting, and I had no interest in painting whatsoever. But just when he would explain how he makes the waterfalls, and he would like chisel it, I would get like where I'd like the hairs on my arms would stand up. I'd be like, yeah, tell me how to make those waterfalls. I like when things are explained like this to me.
Yeah, I've never really given tutorials though, so. No, it's hard to put all of my sort of ideas into, so then normally once you've done like one layer of depth, you put like stairs or I guess fences or just something.
What is this right here? This is a
so this is a carpenter stair. So like you can put any block material you want onto these. So say you wanted this grass, you just grab the block in your hand and right click it and it gives it the texture. Wow. So yeah,
that is very useful for building. And this is
pretty much put any texture you want on it.
So that's just I assume is that a crafting table on stairs essentially? What and the
I think you just make them sort of like plank. I don't even know how to make these. I'm cheating right now. So
cheating is still. I can fly and you can make magic in this server. So I don't see why cheating would be an issue. But this is. It's great, and it's a great instructional example. I think you can even I could look it up. What's it called? Carpenter.
Yeah.
Carpenter.
There's a bunch of stuff. There's fences, doors, safes, and everything.
Oh well, first I gotta know how to make the block. Yeah, it's just bamboo. It's essentially just bamboo and river cane, and then a solid wood block in the middle. I suppose. I mean, that's what it looks like from the.
That's pretty
recipe.
cheap then.
Yeah. I mean, I got river cane over here, so. Well,
and then, like, once I've done like this, you do like the sort of the front of it with the stairs, and then I normally do like a sort of side across beam. I know I sort of try to think of like, it sounds retarded, but sort of like try to think of real life structures and sort of.
No, that's
like add proper dimensions and layers and supports for everything, I guess.
That's what I was discussing this in my first episode. I'm trying to get inside of the head of someone who's really good at something like this. I play video games to learn stuff about. It's like a social interaction for me. So, I mean, it is a social interaction, but it's kind of an interesting social interaction because instead of just drinking coffee and asking you about your brain, you can show me what's going on inside of your head when this stuff is happening. And there's some depth to this. I'm already seeing much improvement on my terrible structure. Terrible.
I mean, at this size though, it's going to be pretty hard to give it any like ridiculous sort of structural effects or like make it look crazy. But
what do you mean at this size? Like I've never heard that it's too big to do something with before.
Oh, like it's too small. Like the bigger you go, the more details like I'll do. So like
I've heard it's too small before.
Me too, man. Me too.
Okay.
So like the bigger you go, the more stuff you can add to the layers, and then this block, and just like instantly gives it more of a, like, makes it more realistic, I guess. Not that it's really realistic right now, but yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, I kind of want it to be like a Hobbit vacation home.
Yeah.
Like when they leave I've never actually watched any of those movies, but I just know they live in.
One thing I do,
Sides
like when I
mountains and
come to survival worlds, I always struggle with downscaling my builds because I'm used to building at like a pretty
Super
large
massive.
level.
Yeah. Well, this gives me a proper start, I guess. I haven't worked with the chisel much, but I gotta, I guess, terraform around here a little bit. Would you suggest? No,
I'd probably my idea would
should
be,
I get dirt all around here more? Because I kind of was just working with what I already had.
Depends how big you want your house to be. Like, I'd probably cut into the cliff face here and sort of work a trail, I guess, down and just make it look more like, so it's not out of place. And then I guess like just do like basic lighting, and some of these vines here would help it. Stick them over the top, and then those mushrooms I was talking about earlier, I'll do them with wood just to like give you an example.
Okay.
Like have them sort of sticking out of the cliffside there, and sort of.
Oh, so you would start with like small mushrooms here, and then you would go up, and then that's kind of how this one is right here.
Just sort of like sort of blends into the biome more, sort of thing.
Absolutely. I'm really starting to see this now. I'm getting a more beautiful picture of what is happening, because when I was recording this earlier, trying to build and trying to explain to the viewers what I was doing, it's kind of like if I was trying to build a rocket ship and then try to explain to the viewers what I was doing, but I don't know how to do that. But now that this collaborative process is giving me more thoughts, and I'm seeing
baby steps. It's just a slow progress. It's taken me like a very long time to even sort of grasp building, let alone, I guess, get proficient at it. And yeah,
but no,
not that I'm one to be giving too many tips, but
you have great tips though. Even the depth thing was really big to me. And what would you think if I could get your advice on one last thing before I move forward? I need to get out of wasp mode for this because I can't go through doors. But what are you thinking for the inside here? If I could just get your thoughts on. I know you're more of an outside type guy. You're not an interior decorator. You're more of an architect.
Yeah, I don't have that inner flair for interior stuff sometimes. But
you don't have a flair for interior design?
No.
Got a lot of lava lamps in your house?
There's... What mods are even on here at the moment? There's the crayfish furniture mod, I know that much.
I did. That was the thing. I wanted to start with the furniture and have, I guess, couches around here, or I like the idea of the TV and the refrigerator. I was kind of thinking put like a couch right here and maybe a TV right here, but
also a bit of a spoiler alert, I guess. One of the mods that we've added to the pack that's not launched yet is Bibliocraft or something like that, and it's more furniture and interior stuff. So there's going to be like double the options of what there is now. So I don't want to click it because it might crash my client.
No, don't crash anything. But what I should be thinking is I'm building with room to expand. So
pretty much, yeah.
I might like this now, but then I'm like, oh man, well, now there's different stuff I could add. So essentially, my roadmap of what I'm trying to do here is get an initial design for my house, get a good location, and then start with all the smelting and tinker stuff, because people are so far ahead of me on the server already that
I have no idea with any of that stuff.
Yeah. You are a build expert, so this is
another thing is
Bob Ross moment for me.
With roofs, everyone always does like a single block, like they go up one block at a time sort of thing.
Roofs are tough for me. If you could give me roof advice.
Yeah, hang on, I'll do it out here because I'd probably need more room. I always do it. I mean, it's more of a like medieval style, I guess. But what block? So I always go up two at a time, and then where do I? Stairs, and then put a stair there, and it sort of gives it a more gradual incline, I guess. It doesn't make it look as rigid and blocky all the time.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because otherwise it's just a really, I don't know what the geometrical word to describe it would be, but like advanced. It's a very, it goes from a very quick slant to kind of a more, exactly.
And then normally on the last one, like on the very bottom row, I always just do single. It's sort of just, I guess it's like a curve sort of thing in the roof. It's not pointy as fuck. Sort of, yeah. It's like I said, it's hard at this like smaller size because it's hard to give it proper details and depth and all that.
Yeah, we're doing all of this on a small scale.
Yeah, but yeah, you get me.
I get you.
Whether you're going to fit that into this cliff side or not is another thing, but
I guess I've never had an issue fitting it in either, so that's new for me. But
yeah,
I guess I can cut it out here and then I guess work from there.
I broke that away there, and that'll fit in there sort of thing pretty easily.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I appreciate you joining me, man. If you had any last minute advice, I was kind of going to try to put a little bit. I'm going to try to wrap my episode up and put a little bit of your advice into effect on my own. But if you had any last minute building advice,
I mean, apart from smoke weed, the only other advice I could give you is just like supports. Supports is probably like the biggest thing. That and like the layers of depth, like I showed you with the stairs and that. Yeah,
go from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's just gradual, basically. Yeah.
I really appreciate it, man, and go enjoy a kangaroo burger for dinner.
Thanks, man. All right, enjoy.
Ayo, I'm gathering moss like a boss. Call me Rick Ross, but I ain't got the tummy. I went to school, I ain't no dummy. You can't sum me. You can't count me. Never doubt me. I'm kinda selfish, it's all about me, but I'll leave a stripper in the VIP looking pouty, cause I ain't got a dollar, I'm a dog, yeah, I ain't got a collar. Roam free, homie, you know me. OG. Okay, I don't know what I was saying there. Sorry, guys, but I'm collecting some moss. And I really appreciate Berserk for coming on and helping me. He has a beautiful, beautiful design mind. And he inspired me with his depth discussion that he gave me. Actually, let me push that out a little bit. I made this kind of funky roof thing it's the first roof that I'm happy with. I know that's a really weird thing to say because I've never walked through a neighborhood and said, I am happy with your roof, guy outside watering his lawn, and then he would be watering his lawn thinking, this guy's going to come murder me in my sleep. But I like roofs, and I like this roof in particular. I've never liked a roof, really, that I've made. So what I'm trying to do right now is, I guess, terraform this area a little bit more to kind of fit with the mountain. I need to... I don't know what I want to do over here. Some bricks back here. Where's my chisel? I'm gonna throw some moss down around here. I'm gonna hang some from... Oh, I need a block that has some life to give me moss. Alright, okay, I don't want these to be polka dot. Now you guys are kind of seeing some of the problems I have when I'm building on screen. Alright, I'll just leave them like they were. I want to throw some moss. I don't know what I can put. I can't put moss. Oh, I can put moss on wood. Yeah. So we'll do that. And we'll put some moss right here. Kind of, well, it looks like a landing strip right there. I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of going to spread it out a little bit, but it grows naturally, so we can put it all over to place. And do I want to put some... Screw it, we'll put it everywhere. I can't put, okay, so I can't put it on a plank, but I can put it put it on some dirt. Actually, no, I can't even put it on dirt. So it's wood blocks and then stone. I guess we'll stick with this for now, and then I'll just put the remaining moss in my chest there. I'm still a bumblebee, in case anyone was wondering. I call it a bumblebee, it's a wasp, doesn't matter. And I'm happy with this. And I like Berserk's idea to make mushroom steps out front, because I could see it going, like there's a smaller mushroom right here that you could hop up on, or I guess I could shorten this mushroom and then go around, build out here. But I need something silk touch for that. So things that I'm looking for in this server are a silk touch enchantment, and my friends have silk touch stuff, so I could just borrow theirs. Or what else? Oh, I got shears for my moss. I was trying to remember what I needed to get moss earlier, and it's shears. Speedy reminded me. So I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. Let me guys know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys want me to do these episodes with more people, more crew people, or more random people, I had some ideas of strangers that you guys might not know. Well, they're not strangers to me. Some people are. But I had some ideas of people I wanted to work with that you guys might like. So, ow! Ow, I'm choking! Oh, God. Okay. I don't know why I did that. There's a chicken here now. Hey, chicken. Oh, that's Speedy. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought you were a rogue chicken. I'm sorry. I hurt my friend Speedy. I literally did not know that was Speedy until the last second when I swung the axe. It's like when you're driving and you're going 95 miles per hour and then you see a deer and then you just kill it. I don't know, that was a bad analogy, but he has a hot dog on his head. I think I'm going to end the video here. I need to do some interior design next, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on, and trying to find something silky. So let me guys know what you think. Let me guys know. Let me know, guys, what you think. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Crewcraft. The next one will be coming out a lot faster than this one did. So thank you for watching, and have a great night, or day, or morning, or whatever.